All right, guys. Tonight's going to be a very special night. Like I said, this is a special training edition webinar. What we're going to be talking about tonight is the Silver Coin of the Month Club, the Untold story. I know everybody in our company is very familiar with the Silver Coin of the Month and how it works, but I want to take you kind of behind the scenes tonight, give you a feel for really what our vision of the Silver Coin of the Month Club is, a little bit of history so that it can really be put into perspective how we came up with this idea and really where we're taking it. We're going to have some very special announcements at the very end of the webinar, and I'm also going to show everybody on here tonight how you can win a gold coin for free. So you'll want to stick on and stay on till the very end of the webinar for that. And I also have a couple of special guests that are going to be joining us on the webinar tonight. So towards the end of the webinar, and you'll want to stick around for that. Not going to be a real long one tonight, but we do appreciate you guys being on here, and we're obviously very excited about everything that's going on here at Numis right now. Got lots of great stuff happening and some really good announcements for you tonight. So let's get started with the Silver Coin of the Month Club. And it starts out with a little bit of a history lesson and taking you back to the beginning, really the beginning of the modern issue coins and their prominence, and people really taking a look at gold and silver. And when we saw that trend change, and it was in 1999, if you guys remember, back in 1999 with the Y2K scare, everyone thought that they were going to wake up in the year 2000 and all of their bank accounts were going to be emptied out and all the computers were going to crash and there was going to be no internet. And so people got scared, and when people are fearful, they run out and they buy gold and silver. And we saw a huge spike in the demand for gold and silver, and specifically in the modern issue coins, in the coinage that was being made by the U.S. Mint. There were many people that were buying gold and silver eagles from the U.S. Mint. So it really started a big rush back into gold and silver in 1999. And then in 2000, our partners grade and certify the first modern issue coins for the first time. So this big rush back into gold and silver, our partners came out and said, hey, maybe the people would like to have these coins certified and graded. And they graded and certified the American Silver Eagle for the first time in history. And it was a huge hit. At the time, Mike Mezak, one of our partners, was selling coins on TV. And he sold thousands of those coins, and he knew he was onto something. It was in 2000, 2005 that he really started, during that time period, that he started selling millions of these coins on television for the first time. What we found is that collectors, and specifically novice collectors, I'm not talking about the old guys that sit around at the coin shows that have been doing this for 40 or 50 years. I'm talking about the young kids, the novice collectors, people that just wanted to grab some gold and silver and get into coin collecting, absolutely loved modern issue coins, and it now has become the fastest growing segment excuse me, of the numismatic industry. And in 2006, when 2006 hit, it was really when the modern issue coins really went vertical. I mean, this is when it went from, okay, people are liking these type of coins to, okay, people have absolutely fallen in love and going crazy over the coins. In 2006, what happened was the U.S. Mint came out with the 20th anniversary silver and gold eagle sets, and interest at that time in modern issue coins just exploded. It happened to be a time that people, again, the interest in gold and silver was continuing to go up. And this is also when, for the first time ever, all of the top-tier grading companies entered the market. Annex, our company that we use for the Silver Coin of the Month Club, they're the oldest grading company, and they had started grading these coins for Mike for use on TV. And a lot of the top-tier grading companies back in 2000, when they first did this, actually said that they would not grade modern issue coins, that there's no way that the perfect coin existed. They would never grade something an MS or a PR 70. because that means that it was flawless, and they just weren't going to do it. And then now today, obviously 12 years later, we see that they're all doing it, and they all grade thousands and tens of thousands of coins, MS and PR70 every single year. So the demand is what drove that market. 2007, 2008, obviously silver and gold demand continued to rise. And then 2008 was when the financial crisis hit. And this was really a turning point for a lot of people because we saw more fear in the market in 2008 than we've seen certainly in my lifetime. And this was really a turning point for me because at that time, my good friend Jake Kevorkian, who had sold his company back in 2007, came to me and he said, "Hey, Chris, I've got a great idea. Why don't we get back into the network marketing industry? There's going to be a lot of people looking for opportunity. We just have to find the perfect product." And luckily, we had a good friend named Mike Mezak who led us to this market. And in 2009, we launched Numis Network. So let's talk about what our product is. You know, a lot of people think that our product is gold and silver. A lot of people think that our product is numismatic coins. And gold and silver is a product, and numismatic coins is also a product, but it's not our product. Our product at Numis Network is very exclusive. It's very different. It's very unique. It's very valuable. It offers features and benefits that can't be found anywhere else in the world. Our product is the Silver Coin of the Month Club. And I'm going to talk to you why I believe that the timing is perfect for Numis now. You know, as we've seen over the last 4 to 5 years, obviously the fear factor in the markets have continued to go up. We see things happening over in Germany and Greece and Europe that, you know, scares everybody with the currency crisis and the things that are going on over there with the Greek debt and now Portugal and Spain. And then obviously we still have a huge problem here in this country with unemployment, and obviously silver and gold continue to go up. Since we've started the company, silver was trading at $14 an ounce, and today it's trading at almost $34 an ounce. So we've seen the price of silver more than double since we started the company. And it's the right time to be in our industry. Network marketing, the timing couldn't be better to be part of this industry right now, where more and more people are realizing that there's a better way out there than the corporate environment, and that they can start a home-based business. And we're doing something very unique in that we're showing people how to collect an asset each and every month, which is unique in itself. So why is the Silver Coin of the Month Club different? What makes our coins different than every other coin out there in the marketplace? You know, why is the Silver Coin of the Month Club different, and what is our vision? What is our vision moving forward? And we're going to share a little bit of that with you here tonight with something that I'm very excited about, because it really is something that I've talked about in many of my presentations over the last couple of years, and that's near and dear to me. And we've taken this club, this exclusive club, and we're going to be expanding it even more. We've got some great ideas that we're working on the drawing board that you'll see come to fruition just in the next couple of weeks that's going to enhance the membership in this exclusive club even more. But when we talk about our vision, one of the things that we tried to do in designing this club is we wanted to figure out the future by simply taking a look at the past. And here's what I mean by that. When Keith Love and I sat down and we designed the Silver Coin of the Month Club, we said, hey, what are the coins that have become the most popular over the last 10, 15, 20 years? Which coins were graded and certified that increased in value the most? And why did they increase in value the most? And how can we put those type of coins in our club so that our members know that we're putting exclusive coins that they can't find anywhere else? And what we did was we identified some of the coins that had gone up, and what were the traits behind those coins? What was the population? What was the mintage? Who graded them? And we took a look at that and we said, okay, how can we develop a club for our members that's going to provide them with the most value? Well, as I mentioned, we look for coins, first of all, that have limited mintages. The coin that we have this month which you guys, some of you have already seen it. If your auto ship is at the beginning of the month, you have seen that this month's coin is the Canadian Moose, and it's the fourth coin in a 6-coin wildlife series out of the Canadian Mint. Now, the Canadian Moose has a limited mintage. Unlike the Silver Eagle, which they minted 40 million last year and are required by law to mint an unlimited amount of, not so with the Moose. It's part of a special series of coins that the Canadian Mint's doing, and they only are minting, I believe, 1 million of those coins. That's it. They're not going to mint 10 million. They're not going to mint 40 million. It's 1 million coins. That's all they'll ever mint. Once they're done minting them, they'll never mint them again. So we look for coins that no one else has. If you look out in the marketplace today and you go to some of the top websites out there in the world that market modern issue coins, you won't find this coin on their website. If you do, you might find it as a bullion coin, but you certainly aren't going to find it in MS70. And one of the things about the Canadian Mint is that they're notorious for their coins not being of the highest quality, which means that you have to grade a lot more coins to find 70s. So where a Silver Eagle, you might only have to grade 10 coins to find a 70. With a Canadian Moose, you might have to grade 20 or 30 coins to find an MS70. And for most of the vendors out there, they're not willing to do that and go through that risk and that expense because they know that this coin won't sell at the prices that they would have to charge if they spent $400 or $600 in grading fees just to find one MS70. So the question that a lot of you probably has is, well, how does Numis do it? Well, we have contracts in place because of the volumes of gradings that we do where we only have to pay for one grading per coin. So we don't pay those 20 or 30 times what the competition does, and that's how we are able to keep our costs down and still make the coins affordable and make them unique and make them almost one of a kind type coins. Now, the other thing that makes our Coin of the Month Club so unique is the way that we actually put the coins out every year. And what we do is we have particular coins in our Coin of the Month that you will get every year. And the reason we do that is so that you can collect coins in sets. You see, it's much more valuable to have sets of coins than just one of a coin. So we literally give you every single year, if you're on the Coin of the Month, you get a Silver Eagle, you get an Australian Kookaburra and Koala, you get an Austrian Philharmonic, you get a Chinese Panda, you get a Mexican Libertad, you get a UK Britannia. So that's 7 coins that you will get every single year from Numis Network. So if you collect over, let's say, a 4 or 5 year period of time, you're going to have a set of Chinese Pandas. You'll have a set of American Silver Eagles. And why this is relevant is that sets always in the collecting world bring more value and bring more money whenever you try to resell them than selling one single coin. It reminds me of this story that Warren Hickey, who was one of our great leaders over in Australia, shared with me just yesterday. Hey, Warren, are you there? Warren, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Now, Warren, you told me that the greatest story that just had me in stitches last night. I was cracking up when you told me. I know that you came over here to Numis University all the way from Australia. You dragged 6 of your reps halfway around the world just to be here for Numis University in Orlando. And obviously, we're very excited about the launch over in Australia. But, you told me this story about a gentleman that was collecting a set, and when you saw this, you knew you were in the right business. Will you share share with everybody on the webinar tonight your story of being over here in America and getting lost and what you found?
Yeah, I don't know how we got lost. I mean, we had a GPS system in the car, and there were 7 of us with iPhones, and we were looking for, of all things, this new Super Super Walmart somewhere in Tampa. And we got lost, and we needed to ask for directions, so we stopped off at a pawn shop, and myself and Clint, one of the buddies that were with us, Clint and I went into this shop and started speaking to this gentleman, and he was kind enough to give us some directions from the shop. And as we were leaving, we kind of looked at everything that he had on display, and he had these numismatic coins, and they were actually American Silver Eagles, but they were MS-69s. We didn't tell him who we were or what we knew. We just said, oh, how much are those coins? And he was very quick to say, they're not for sale. And everything else actually had a price tag in the shop except that. And I said to him, oh, what actually are they? And he said, and he started to tell me what they were, but he said that there was only 4 that were missing from the entire set. So I'm guessing he started collecting them from 1986 or so. But I said to him, so what would something like that cost? And once again, he was very quick to tell me that they weren't for sale. And I then said to him, roughly, what would they cost if you were going to sell them? And he started to hum and haw, and I thought we were going to hear what they were going to cost. And then he goes, no, they're not for sale. So, I don't know if he thought we were there to hold him up or rob him or something, but we still left the shop not knowing how much those MS-69s cost, and he was very protective about them, but he did tell us that the reason why he had them displayed, because obviously we'd asked him 3 times and we're standing in a pawn shop, and the guy that doesn't want to sell these, and we said to him, he said to us that the reason why he had them displayed was when people came in, if they saw the coins, there would be a good chance that they might say, oh, I've got one of those, I didn't know you bought those. And he was desperately searching for the 4 missing coins that he didn't have to make up the full set.
Oh, that's awesome, Warren. I tell you, that's funny because I appreciate that story. I'm going to bring you back out in just a second. But, you know, the amazing thing about that story that Warren just told is here's a guy who's trying to collect the entire set of MS-69 Silver Eagles, and he's a pawnbroker. And no matter what Warren says to him, he will not give him a price, and he is not selling his coins. They are not for sale. When have you ever walked into a pawn shop and saw something in a pawn shop that wasn't for sale? It's absolutely hilarious. I love that story, and I think Warren told me, he said once that him and Clint walked out of the pawn shop, they just looked at each other and they said they knew they were in the right business. It reminds me of a story that Gary Wood told me last week when he was in town. He says, you know, Chris, he says, I've been talking to a lot of people about Numis, and he said a lot of people are interested, and I talked to this one guy, though, that had been in Numis. I said, really, what did he tell you? He says, well, he said he got out of Numis because, and he went to a name-your-own nutritional company. And I asked him, and Gary said he asked the guy why he went to a nutritional company. He says, well, because I took my coin to the pawn shop, and the pawn shop only wanted to give me $40 for my coin. And I said, well, Gary, did you ask him how much the pawnbroker would give him for his $120 worth of nutritional items that he had received from company XYZ? And I thought that was one of the greatest things, you know, speaking of pawnbrokers, you know, I'm not sure how much pawnbrokers are paying for a jug of shake mix these days, but I would say it's pretty close to zero to maybe $2 or $3. I'm not sure if they would even buy it from you. And that's kind of the moral of the story with our coins, is that we've got a product where the pawnbroker would actually give you money for it, and some of them, though, are just looking to get a deal like what Warren just pointed out. They're just looking to buy your coins as cheaply as they possibly can to keep them for themselves. So I believe that we have the best coins in the world, and I'm going to lay out here why. Well, number one, you can get them for free. You know, a lot of people say, well, I can get those coins on XYZ site for this much. And I say, yeah, but can you get them for free? You know, that's one of the points with our coins, is that you can actually get these coins for free each and every month, And we have many people in the company that do. They've simply referred 3 people to the Coin of the Month Club, and they get their coin free each and every month through the mail. So we got coins that you can get for free, which makes them very unique, makes them the best coins in the world. Also, we have a 5-year buyback guarantee, guys, and when you take a look at this, this is absolutely unprecedented, bar none, the best buyback guarantee in the industry. You just can't compare it to anything else out there. There's no other asset in the world that has a 5-year buyback guarantee. And yes, there's value in that. There's a lot of value in being able to enroll somebody in your Silver Coin of the Month Club and tell them that, hey, in 5 years, the company will buy that coin back for 100% of what you paid for it. You have literally no downside. You can't do that with bullion coins. You can't do that with any other numismatic coin from any other website in the world, only Numis Network. So yes, our club is very unique. Obviously, you can make money with these coins. You can't generate, as my good friend Ray Higgins says, you cannot generate an income with bullion coins. You can generate a capital gain if silver goes up. But like some of my friends that got in April of last year when silver was at 49 and today it's 34, they have a huge loss on their hands. So yes, you can make money with our coins. They're guaranteed. You can get them for free. And a new thing that we're adding tonight to the Silver Coin of the Month Club, and this is just one of the new features. There's going to be another new feature coming soon. But we've also, one of the things that Jake and I said when we started the company is that we were going to have fun building this business. And we've added something very unique that's really near and dear to my heart because it's something that I experience every single month with my daughter. We've added something called Family Fun Time. And we've got some representatives and some children that are in Numis Network that were very instrumental in designing this. And we're going to cover this tonight. More on Family Fun Time. I think it's something that you guys are going to get very excited about. It really adds an element that's very unique to the Coin of the Month Club, and we're going to share that with you at the very end of this presentation. So how does Numis compare in the retail market? Well, one of the things I like to do is I like to take people out there and show them coins. I like to tell people one of the things about the Silver Coin of the Month Club is that all of our coins are not the cheapest coins in the world. But you know what? I can go into Target and find stuff cheaper than it is in Walmart, and then I can also go into Walmart and find stuff that's cheaper than Target. So it's not always about having the cheapest coins in the world. It's about having good value. I can take you to 20 to 30 coins on our website that we beat every other website out there in the world on. But are we going to beat them on all 200 coins? Absolutely not. We're not going to be the lowest cost provider of coins in the entire universe on every single selection that we have. That's not our business model, but we do have very competitive rates and very good value for the money. But some of the other sites that I like to take people to compare them to is shops like govmint.com, franklinmint.com, shopnbc, or hsn.com. These are some websites that are very comparable websites to what we do. Obviously, big names like NBC and Home Shopping Network and GovMint, these are some of the biggest retail websites in the world, and we do a very good job of comparing to these companies out there in the marketplace. So one of the things to understanding the value of an MS-70 is knowing what it would cost to make an MS-70. You see, most people out there in the marketplace don't realize that to create an MS-70 on your own would cost you much, much, much more than buying an MS-70 coin from a retail outlet or a retail company like Numis Network. So let's talk about what it would take to create an MS-70 and why are MS-70s worth $149? Well, how are there websites out there that can charge $149 or more for an MS-70? Well, it's because most collectors really know what it takes to create one. First of all, you would have to buy the coins, which would be 10 coins times $38. And this was just if you were collecting, let's say, a silver eagle. So about 1 out of 10 is going to grade an MS-70. You're going to spend about $20 on grading fees per coin, so that's about $200 in grading fees. You also have shipping and insurance to ship those coins back and forth to the grading company. And the total is going to be about $630. Now, you are going to be able to sell those MS-69s, and Warren was looking for the answer here. The MS-69s are going to be worth about $50 a piece. Now, For the older MS-69s, the ones that were in the 80s and 90s, those are probably going to be worth closer to $100 a piece. But MS-69s as a whole, about $50 a coin. So you could get $450 for those MS-69s, and that means that you paid $180 for that MS-70 to create that yourself. Here's the catch, though. You're not always guaranteed if you send in 10 billion coins that you're going to get back one MS-70. So you could go to all this trouble and not even have your MS-70 that you're looking for. That's why most collectors, almost all collectors, would rather buy it from a retail vendor like Numis Network. And again, less than 10% of the coins grade MS-70. So if you look at the grading companies, let's talk about them. You've got modern issue coins, which are the fastest growing segment of the numismatic industry. There's basically 3 grading companies that you only want to buy coins from. These are the top tier grading companies. These are the ones that matter in the marketplace. When you go to websites that auction off coins or sell coins, you will almost exclusively see these coins being sold on those websites. You have Annex. You also have PCGS. And then your final one is NGC. These 3 coins, these are the only 3 grading agencies that I own coins from. I do not own any other coins from any other grading agencies. None of the rest of them, in my opinion, matter, and they don't bring a premium in the marketplace like these 3 do. So Annex, the first and oldest coin grading company, PCGS, really great coin grading company, and then NGC, who's right down here in Sarasota, Florida. So that is, Annex is out in Denver, and PCGS is in California. The one thing I like about all these grading companies is they all 3 have the same guarantee. And as a member of the Silver Coin of the Month Club, you also have this guarantee. The guarantee is that as long as you have a coin in an NX holder, a PCGS holder, or an NGC holder, and it's not been tampered with, that they will guarantee the grade on the coin. As long as it's sonically sealed in that tamper-proof holder, they will guarantee the grade on the coin. Why is this important? Well, not only does the grading company stand behind that guarantee, but so does Numis Network. So on top of your 5-year guarantee, we give you a double guarantee, the same as the grading companies do. Now, why this is important is because you will have from time to time coins that I have seen over the last 2.5 years, coins that after a year or 2 will develop something like what we call milk spots. Excuse me. And milk spots are simply when the coin was dipped in the rinsing agent, all of that solution did not get dried off the coin, and a year or 2 later, once the coin is exposed to air, it'll develop these milk spots. Well, we guarantee those type of coins. So it's a guarantee that's important. It's a guarantee that collectors know about, and it's something that you only get with Numis Network. And the great thing about these grading companies is that Numis has a large selection of coins from all 3 grading companies. Again, Annex is our exclusive coin grading company for our Silver Coin of the Month Club, but all 3 of these are great companies, and you can buy any of them at Numis Network. All right, well, special announcements tonight. Let's get to the good stuff. I know that's why all you guys tuned in. Hopefully the Silver Coin of the Month Club, the Untold Story, is kind of giving you a little bit more insight into this exclusive club that we have here at Numis, and really what makes it different from just anything out there that you could buy on the web. But we've got some special announcements tonight that we're going to make, and I'm going to bring a couple of guests out here as well. And let's start off with Family Fun Time. This is something that really was inspired by my partner, Ian Cordell. And, one of the things that I've been talking about for the last 2 years in my presentations is one of the things that really inspired me when we started this company was the fact that when I brought the coins home initially, my 10-year-old daughter at the time, she literally went crazy over the coins and loved the coins, especially the Australian Kookaburra. It's her absolute favorite, and she wants them all now. She wants every single one from every year, and she's become a collector. But what it's really done is over the last 2.5 years, it's really created this special family time, this I call it a family ritual that my daughter and I have together now, that we share in this hobby that we didn't share in 2.5 years ago. It's really become something very special between her and I, and we sit down each month and we read the Silver Coin of the Month newsletter, and we look at the pictures and the history. But what we wanted to do at Numis is we wanted to take this to the next level for the family. And this looks like a kid's menu, and it kind of is, but you know what? I think there's a little bit of kid in all of us. And this is the next evolution of what we believe the Silver Coin of the Month Club is going to become, which is a ritual for all families. A ritual that when you get the coin each month, you take it out, and with family fun time, it could be you and your spouse, it could be you and your grandkids, it could be you and your kids. But this is something that you can share with them, and it has a lot of cool stuff in family fun time. It's kind of set up like a kid's menu at the restaurant. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played tic-tac-toe or done the crossword puzzles with your kids at the restaurant, but I know I sure have. And it's really set up to have some inspiring things, some contests, create some real enthusiasm out there in the field for the club. And this month's coin just happens to be the Canadian moose, as I mentioned earlier. So on the front, there's something different about the moose that we have pictured here than the one that you're actually going to get in your Silver Coin of the Month Club. So that'll be fun for all of the kids to figure out. Also, this month in Family Fun Time, you're going to be able to win a gold coin. You're actually going to be able to win a gold coin. We have a special contest that we're running, so let's talk about that. Here's page 2 and 3. We've got a crossword puzzle with the head of a moose here, and you can win a gold coin simply by sending us a video or pictures of yourself holding your Canadian moose and telling us in your own words what you like best about the coin and Numis Network. You can also send us a video telling us about what you like about your new coin and Numis Network, and we will take submissions through the end of the month and into the beginning of next month, and then we will have a judging of who has the best testimonial picture or videos, and that person will win a gold coin. We've got great trivia questions here about the Canadian Moose coin in Canada. You'll get to go through those when you get these, and again, we're going to send one of these out to everybody. And then we got a great story time. If you've ever seen where the kids fill in the adjectives and the nouns and the sound, and they have a great story there. We've got Numis Man, who Numis Man actually by day is someone we call Simon Croton, which is simply Numis Network spelled backwards is Simon Croton. So when you see Simon Croton, you're going, where did they come up with that name? It's simply Numis Network spelled backwards. And Simon Croton by day is mild-mannered numismatic coin collector, but he turns into Numis Man at night. So, or when he jumps into a phone booth or whatever. So that's family fun time. You know, one of the things that we believe at Numis Network is that we already know that we have a product that has one of the highest retention rates in the network marketing industry, and we want to make it even more so. And the way that we do that is through getting people to make this a family ritual, make it a fun family affair with the kids. And, you know, guys, I will tell you that you really want to promote this, because once you get the kids involved, I can tell you it's the one thing that hooked me for good, and I know that a lot of you out there on the line probably feel the same way. I want to thank Amy Jo Neal and her son Ronan. I don't think she's on the call, but they were very instrumental in helping us develop this and being part of the development of Family Fun Time for the Silver Coin of the Month Club. Now, this will be included each and every month coming out with your Silver Coin of the Month. So just a new benefit for being on the Silver Coin of the Month Club. Now, the next announcement, this was actually announced yesterday, which is Sacramento, California, Numis University on May 4th and 5th at the Sacramento Doubletree. Now, let me see if I can find Mr. Dave Lovett. There he is. Hey, Dave, you there?
I am here. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful out here in California. It's been a great time, and I'm really excited for what you guys have already put in place. That family fun time sounds really neat. I'm thinking about my grandkids and how much fun it'll have to have them over and be able to go through that little booklet and stuff like this and show them the coin. This is going to be fantastic.
Well, we're excited about it. We think it's a great addition, and obviously, Dave, we're very excited to come back to Sacramento, California for our second Numis University. You know, your team is just awesome out there, and we are so excited for you guys. And Looking forward to it. And, you know, Dave, you're always, as I always tell people, you're always one of my favorites and at Numis Universities. I just love your message and your story. And I want to ask you, you know, for everybody that's on the call tonight, because we've got a very special early bird special this time for Sacramento Doubletree on May 4th and 5th. What is the big deal about being in events? Why is it that people that come to events seem to leave on fire and have more production than people that don't? What is it about events in our industry that really drive teams to new heights? What is it?
You know, Chris, over the years I've seen historically that those people that attend and associate and make relationships within the business tend to not only stay in the business much longer and the retention is much greater, but even more importantly that they tend to go faster through the different pins because they have a greater belief system that takes place. You know, there's an old saying in the business that major decisions are major events. Well, the major event that's taking place in Sacramento at the Doubletree is a major event for anyone, wherever they are, whether they're in Canada, whether it be over in UK, or even as we saw this last time in Orlando, where so many people that Warren brought over from Australia. I mean, it's just a fantastic, and I know that everyone left Orlando, like they did with every other event that we had, with a special belief system inside of them that changes everything. They walk out believing not in the business, they already believe in the business, they believe in themselves even more. And that is so important. They believe that they can actually go out and build the business, which we know they can, but that can only be portrayed at major events. And this major event that's coming up in Sacramento the 4th and 5th, I can't even encourage anyone enough to be there. You know, in California and Western United States, every time we have a major event of Numis University, and you know this, Chris, we have sold out. Every single time, whether it be Las Vegas, whether it be Sacramento, whether it be back in Las Vegas, it's sold out. And so not only will the half dollars be gone and taken care of very quickly here, but the entire event's going to be sold out. So people need to really make their plans today and actually get started and be a part of this whole thing.
Absolutely. You know, one of the things that we've seen, especially out west, because you guys are so strong out there, is that these events do sell out almost every time, and they usually sell out weeks before we even have them. So I would encourage you guys, this is a major event. There's going to be major announcements made at this event as well. You don't want to miss it. We have a great early bird registration special for you. The first 100 people that register, and I can tell you we put this out in an email yesterday, and about 50 of these are already gone. So the first 100 people to register are going to receive a 2002 Proof 70, Clad Proof 70 Kennedy half dollar. You know, I've seen this coin selling out in the marketplace for as much as $150 to $200. Probably the average is about $100. So, you know, the Sacramento, to get signed up for Numis University, it's $99. The price isn't on here, but it's $99, guys. And you get a coin, a Proof 70 coin, that's worth $99. So this is something where we're literally, you know, giving you the training for free. We want you to be there. It's going to be another special event. I can't say enough about what a great job all of the speakers and trainers did in Orlando. I mean, people left there just absolutely on fire. So we're excited about Sacramento. Dave, we appreciate everything you do out there, and I would just encourage you tonight, if you are on this call and you are thinking about going to Sacramento, get on in your back office, order this, sign up tonight so that you don't miss out on the special and you don't miss that Kennedy half dollar Proof 70 that you're going to get for free. We're going to ship those coins out to you once you register for the event. Dave, I know you guys got a lot of great stuff going on out there, buddy, so we're looking forward to building to this event. I know it's going to be another great one.
You know, I appreciate it too, and thanks so much for having me on the call tonight. And again, you know, some of those secrets that we talked about at the last Orlando that we told no one to talk about, we're going to talk about that at Numis University in Sacramento as well. So people need to be there for sure.
All right, Dave. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you being on here, man. All right, guys. So get registered if you haven't registered already. I know probably a lot of you on this webinar tonight are already registered just from the email that went out yesterday. But if you haven't gotten registered yet, definitely get signed up so that you don't miss out on that special coin, which I'm predicting will be gone by the weekend for sure, if not by the end of this evening. So the next special announcement that we have is that we are going to be doing webinars every single Thursday night starting next week. Every Thursday night we're going to be doing a webinar at this time, 9:30. We're picking something different, kind of going in between the middle of when everybody else has their webinars. Want to do it late enough so that we can get our good friends out in California on these calls and give them an opportunity. So we're going to do these webinars at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. And these business overviews are going to be conducted by our top income earners in the company. You know, Ray does his every Tuesday night, which has been a huge benefit and a help to the company. And now we're going to get some of the other people involved, and we're going to have some of our other 5-stars doing a business presentation overview every Thursday night, starting next Thursday. So that's another opportunity for you to get people in front of the presentation. As we know, nothing happens until somebody sees a presentation. So we're going to do another one on Thursday night as things really start to pick up here at Numis. That's going to be available to you. You guys have a great night, and we will look forward to seeing you soon. Everybody keep up the great work. Don't forget about the Dreams Cancun trip that I think already 20-some-odd people have qualified for. It's awesome. Ray Higdon leading the pack, of course. And we look forward to seeing you guys in Cancun in June. Everybody have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. Bye-bye.